Community is like people who you can go to, like, for advice, people who will like look after you. So for me, where I live, I'm not necessarily from Peckham, but where I do live, I feel like I have a community there. Like my neighbour, all my neighbours actually, upstairs, downstairs, next door, both sides. Like it's a community. Like if something happens, we don't even have a WhatsApp group, but between us, it's like, do you know what I mean? The water goes. I know it's all good because it's come from the rest of my community who have let me know it's not just me, it's them too. Like, little things like that, the bins haven't been changed. My dad, he's a youth worker. He's been a youth worker all my life. So he's always had that as a second job. And so we will do that in the summer holidays, after work. Yeah, it's just what he does for the community. So he used to do things like this, like come and do murals in schools and things like that. And like, I think like, kids that are maybe get into trouble, instead of them like, for them to do a bit of community work, they would go with him and then do like a mural and cover up something ghastly like this. So he used to do it for Lewisham, and then they had their cuts, and so he's like more for Bromley Council. I think the cuts are having an effect. You can't have cuts on police and then have cuts with things like that. What do the kids do? Where do they go? And it just has a knock-on effect. So there's nowhere for kids to go. Parents are not earning enough to send their kids to clubs. Like I send my daughter to a club. It kills me, but I send her to a club. It just has a knock-on effect. Well, I know my grandparents came over, Windrush, both sides. So my father and my mother parents both came here in the Windrush. Both my parents are like first generation, so they were both born here. I don't know, do you know what? It's so funny actually, because this used to be Sainsbury's. And my nan used to work at the Sainsbury's. She started off as a cleaner, and then by the time she left, she was a manager. So, she used to tell me I work hard. Well, I think their contribution would have been like most. They came after the Second World War. Their contributions, we're walking on their contributions. We walk around, we look at their contributions. No, what advice would I give to young people? Don't have kids? No, joking. No, it's true. Don't. Not in this day and age. God, it's so bloody expensive, like, seriously. I say, don't sweat about the things that you can't change, and just put your time and energy into things that you can change.